Your party got one more governor this week, and your national chairman is saying that you're expecting two more. I mean, you need to see the map now. It's gone all green. I don't know what color the APC is. You said it's not going to be a one-party state, but it's looking like it too, because there are just about 6 more states now for the, I mean, maybe 5 for the PDP. And the PDP is saying that Governor Fubara's defection is a self-inflicted injury. They are claiming that the APC is turning Nigeria into a one-party state. Is your party guilty of weaponizing federal power to force political realignment?
No, not far from it, Nifemi. We're doing no such thing. You see, I think why we make these allusions to a possible enthronement of a one-party system, we must also, I think, really look at the problem at its source to see where the PDP, in fact, is guilty of self-inflicted injury. It's not Governor Fubara who is engaged in self-inflicted injury. It is the PDP, as a party. They are the ones who created and constructed the reality that is consuming the party. They're the ones who created the basis, the predicate for the, if you will, the, cancerous dismemberment of their party. We didn't do it. Even the new chairman who took over the new factional chairman, his first act as chairman was to call for foreign powers to, intervene in Nigeria because, according to him, democracy was dead. If democracy was dead, what the hell is his business remaining as chairman of, or claiming to be a factional chairman of the PDP? He should also resign, along with the dead democracy. You see, a party cannot save itself when those who operate at the highest levels don't even understand the imperative, the challenge that they face, and the duty that they bear to fix their party, to find those who are contending, to bring them together, to find solutions. No, he simply was appointed, and he's taking sides, fighting a battle, and then was disgracefully issuing a certificate of expulsion to His Excellency Nyesom Wike and other members of the PDP. Now, who does that? That is so kindergarten. I'm sorry. With apologies to kindergarten students, I think that is just incredibly naive for a national chairman of a party to be issuing certificates of expulsion and celebrating it as an accomplishment. That is just horrific.
Interesting way you have put it. Governor Fubara is now a member of your party. Prior to you, when Mr. President intervened, one of the rumors flying then was that part of the agreement he signed was that he was going to join the APC. I'm sure you heard that too. But prior to his defection, about 14 members of the House of Assembly had also moved. But we are still seeing a little friction. The speaker had mentioned earlier that schools are dilapidated, that what is it doing with the 500 billion naira reportedly left behind by the sole administrator? How, they say you have a lot in your hand though, because how do you handle all of these people now in your party? Add to that his relationship with the FCT minister.
No, we don't need to handle anything about our party. Our systems handle everything about our party. It's all about our processes, procedures, and processes. We had our NWC meeting this afternoon, where we looked at all of the if you will, the conflict resolution mechanisms of the party, to appraise them and to have them ready to work where we need them to work. So we prioritize processes and systems in APC. So which is why we're not worried about some of this. And by the way, on a lighter note, if members of the House of Assembly Rivers are presenting a critique of an aspect of governance in their state, from what I hear, when people talk about National Assembly and they say the National Assembly simply goes with the executive branch, we should be celebrating those lawmakers who have the courage to speak up even on a critical point. Even when
but this ones have a unique history. That's why
they have a unique history, but they're still parliamentarians. And I think democracy is interesting, Nifemi, and I think that we can't always predict the direction that democratic engagement must follow. We can't set the pace all the time for democracy. Democracy is a self-willing process, and it must follow its own logic sometimes, and we must let it follow its own logic.
Publicity Secretary of the APC, Felix Moka, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me, Nifemi.
And that's our show today, everyone. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.